Spot. Who on earth is calling it Spot? So, whichever school called it Slam, good lord. No, rebounds, understandable. Squash, understandable. You know, Wally is understandable. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's understandable. Spot. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. One touch, yeah, sometimes two touch, depending on how many times you wanted to touch it after it hit the wall. For those that missed yesterday's video, this intro is making no sense. Let's run the intro of this video, and let's get on with the video. Spot. It's not a dog, is it? Hello then, folks. Welcome back to another video with me, DoctorBenjyFM. Good to see you. Are you well? Of course you are. Unless you call it Spot, then you're enraged already. I think I called it rebounds. Or one touch or two touch or squash. Basically in Norfolk, there's no rules. I wasn't born here. I can leave your comments at the door. Anyway, let's crack on then. And before we do, let's talk about the team a little bit, right? We've been doing well once again. Since the last episode, we played Southend. You might recall it. There's a draw, a massive defeat to Bristol City before wins against Leeds, draw against Birmingham, Portsmouth and MK Dons beaten before a recent 4-3, I've just played it, 4-3 defeat to Charlton, infuriating. I thought I'd play Fulham today, of course, a former affiliate side of mine, and a side that were previously in the Premier League at one stage and now sit below us in the Championship. So I just want to sort of pile on that misery for them if possible. And it leaves us then in 6th position. Still a position I think is kind of inflated, and I still don't really know what I'm expecting from this season. It's a very weird situation, but regardless, we'll take it while we're here, right? Let's leave our complaints alone for now. But scene-wise, I thought I'd just talk through some of the players, who's playing well, who's not playing particularly well. Goal-wise, Solomon is rocking it right now, and so is Below, actually. I've been playing Lang in a lot of games, or Lange in a lot of games. I don't know why I'm calling him Langy. I mean, same people that call it Wally, probably. Below is an interesting player. He's worth 4.7 million at this stage. So there is this idea that if I keep playing him, eventually someone's going to want him. He's only 24. If I sell Below for like 10 million, that is deal of the century right there, viewers. Yeah, so far 6 goals for him. His shots per 90 is a lot higher than the other players that play up front occasionally. He also creates chances at a more rapid rate, which I was totally unaware of. Really, 3 assists for him this season as well. So we're going to play him from the off. Again, I've been playing Lange quite a lot, but I think Below is going to come back in. And again, I think the way the team is set right now, we are set up to score goals. We are not necessarily, like I say this, we're not necessarily good defensively, but Luigi's coming at the back and has put in a pretty good performance so far this season. A 7.11. It's better than he's done for anybody else other than a little spirit period he had at Juventus under 23. So, I mean, we'll take the fact he seems to be a crucial part of the side. Anthony Magel as well at left back is one of the top players for us this season. 4 assists already, a 7.23. Really impressive. Keep an eye on him again today. And the midfield, again, have been performing pretty well. There's a lot of potential in this side. Of course, some of the guys on loan as well, so that's frustrating. But we've got a side that I think are still capable of, fighting for the playoffs. But I think the automatic spots seem like a dream to me. But we're only 2 points off those right now. Yes, Brighton have a game in hand, but still 2 points as things stand. Let's get into the game then. Fulham to come first. Let's see if we can give them a going over. Spot. No one's called it Spot. And I'll be honest, Wally makes me laugh. I mean, the originality in Wally, at least one touch or two touch is like almost like you're calling it like a drill, right? Wally is just, we're going to kick it against the wall. Yeah, brilliant. Wally. Sorry, it just sounds so rubbish. Loads of you called it Wally as well. Loads of you. My friend work at the Space calls it Wally. I've asked so many people in the last 24 hours, that ball where you used to kick the ball against the wall and it used to come back and then someone else would kick it. What did you call it? Unbelievable. And then people started talking about heads and volleys and Wembley and all these things, right? So many good options for us there. Red arse, as people called it. We called it stingers, I think. I can't remember. Football when you were young was good, wasn't it? Oh dear. By good, I mean violent. It was violent back then. You couldn't play football at a park or in a cage without there being violence. It's like we all watched that Jogger Benito video with all the really good footballers kicking around in a cage, and we all thought, put me in a cage, I can do all those things. And then it just resorted it to smashing the ball against the backside of a friend, or not a friend. You'd always put a little bit extra onto the person you're not as fond of. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that prick. Yeah, we all know. Below, oh, he's at the post. Damn it. Well, if he's playing 3-bar, then he's halfway there. Well, he's not. He's a third there, Ben. That's how 3-bar works. All right, so far in the game, pretty pathetic. We've seen nothing from anybody. We're a little bit too narrow on that left-hand side, probably because he's playing as a wide playmaker. He's not a particularly good winger. This is the problem. This is our left side is something of an issue. I'm going to make him a wide midfielder on attack instead. I don't really know what to do with Wilkinson. Again, our left side is a huge issue, something that I'm going to have to address in the January period. If I don't buy someone, then we have a real problem on our hands. Spot. Is it because the ball stops in a spot? I don't even... Why is it called spot? I don't know. I'm not going to get bogged down in it. As there's a free kick to Fulham here. I'm sensing a back post cross and a header, and... Well, it was a near post cross in a header, and it's gone in. And we're 1-0 down to Fulham, which ordinarily would be fine. But the way in which we've played this season, I actually expect us to do a little better. They're the away side as well, after all of this. We'll encourage the boys, and we'll see if we can get anything out of anybody. Solomon's having a really poor game. Even below, quite quiet. I'm going to bring Lange on. And is there any other changes we can make here? Not really. Again, we're pretty stuck. We've got too many loan signings again, which means that some of the substitutions that we make are not really optimal for what we actually need in games, as there's going to be a short corner. We know these are exciting. Below's there. He's had 2 big chances, the one that hit the post and that one. And after I've bigged him up, I expected to see a little bit more from him there, to be honest, as the ball is launched clear, headed back to Lloyd. As maybe the highlight isn't over yet, by the way, as there's a lot of space on this left-hand side, but Lloyd keeps hold of it for quite a long time. Maggle now, we know he's decent, finds Wilkinson in front, who's got a bit of a struggling injury, we'll call it. The ball cleared there is absolutely pathetic. Maggle into Lange. Is it in? Oh, what a finish. Goodness me. Ethan Wootton with a fantastic pass, and Lange too makes it 1-1. Lange, maybe? Langy? Or, yeah, I don't know. Loads of options, aren't there? Maggle picks it up again. It's a really poor clearance from Fulham. And that left-footed delivery, and the first time finish on the volley, sort of on his wrong foot, really, makes it 1-1. Well, I never. Look at us. Look at us fly, viewers. We are back. Oh, no. There's a free kick very late on. It's headed away. Are we first to that? I mean, there might be a break on. You never know. Oh, there is a break on. Wootton clears it. And now Lloyd, who's got a lot of pace to race forward. Now he's got one man in the middle. Who is that man? Below at the back post. Lloyd goes on his own, though. He's got so much time. Oh, my. You've blazed it wide. Oh, no, viewers. Oh, no. Okay, well, we're going to play 2 games today. 1-1 against Fulham to kick things off, though. It's an okay result, like in the context of... Again, if I went through their team and looked at it, you'd go, blimey, good point. But the way our form's gone this season, I'm a little bit disappointed. Who's the man that scored for them? Is he good? See, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That is ridiculous. That's their best midfielder, probably. I don't know. It's one of their midfielders. That's our best midfielder. The difference is ridiculous. Genuinely can't believe how good that man is. Okay, that is... How am I in this division? How am I 6th or 7th or wherever we are right now? 7th as we are. I mean, I don't know how we've drawn with them. That's crazy. All right, only a couple of days before we play Crew. We're going to send my assistant to the press conferences. Again, if you're still doing press conferences in June, viewers, then more power to you. I think about how many times I would have answered the same question had I done press conferences throughout the entirety of FM21. Like, it doesn't bear thinking about. Right, second match. We are playing Crew Alexandra, who are going to play apparently that system. A system actually we do quite well against, so I'm quite excited. Wow, that is ridiculous. 900 games in management. We're definitely going to get to the 1,000 mark if we play a couple more seasons at the very least. But yeah, 900 games. Wow. Let's not talk about what I've achieved, because it's not loads. Imagine if we have a little cheeky FA Cup run this season. That'd be exciting. I say this as a man that went out to Grimsby in the League Cup, so maybe let's not talk about the knockout run we're going to go on. The next time we come back after this game against Crew will be around that January period. I'm gonna basically, the plan is, viewers, I'm gonna fly through all of November, all of December, get towards sort of the Crystal Palace South End around that period of time, maybe even the FA Cup game. Now we've spoken about it, and just see how we get on against all these teams. And again, we'll have a really good feel then for where we sit in the league table. Will it be around that mid-table spot? Will we be pushing for promotion? We'll find out. And this game will partially show us the way, viewers. An 11th place side Crew, that's very middling, of course, in the league table. So it should be a good indicator as to where we may well end up. Now, Wilkinson is not... Now, this is the problem we have. If Wilkinson steps out, literally no one highlighted to play here. This is a problem. I think one thing I could... Oh, no. It's a problem, this. I could play Wildig. I could play him pushed up. For some reason, I don't know why this is, really. Wildig can play central midfield, defensive midfield, and left wing. So we'll try him out on the left wing. As an inside forward, sort of cutting in. We'll just see what he can do. Solomon below, I'm going to switch up as well. We'll see then. Can we do the business in this game? Because he's got a bit of a knock as well. We'll get him off for Wyman, I think. I'm not playing Cook today, but I could be playing Cook. Cook's a very good player. Although Woodson with a great assist last game. I don't want to do it. My mind can't handle this, viewers. We're just going to play. There's an issue with loans constantly. We need to buy more players. The problem is I don't have money, and the free transfers are not good enough. All right, then as the teams walk out, I think we're in our white kit today, the red of Crew Alexandria. We'll give it to them. Now, Crew, to my mind, won't be quite as good as Fulham in terms of personnel at the very least. So this might be one of those games that immediately I think we've got a better chance in. We're going to go to the balanced approach again, something I prefer starting games on. I mean, positive, it's funny, isn't it? Sometimes I feel like you force it when you're playing attacking or when playing positive. When you play unbalanced, you still give yourself a little bit more leeway if you go a goal down, equally if you go a goal ahead. It's something I've done for years playing Football Manager now. Wildig there, big chance, but spurns it. 22 minutes gone, it remains 0-0. It's quite tight at the top of the table though. This to me suggests that sides at the top of the league are dropping points regularly. Now, I had the option here to put a right back on the bench. Wyman, fortunately, is there. George Heath is gutted, as we're going to have to make a straight swap. West is injured there. Now, he is one of our loan players, so that would be interesting if it turns out that he can't actually feature, say, for the rest of the season, because it arguably opens up a loan spot or forces me to go into the market for a player that I actually own. So, always interesting when that happens, as the ball across for below. Oh my word, it's hit the same post, viewers. Not technically, it's two different grounds, but still, the same post has been hit. He loves that left-sided post, viewers, as he picks up the ball now and goes on a little run of his own. Below, I mean, he's gone for it there, viewers. I'm not sure I would have done. I'm not in the position to be a professional footballer, so don't know why my opinion matters. All right, so far, it's been a pretty passive game. We've had one shot on target in the whole game, 7 total. It's not been great from us. Analytically, you can see we are pretty dominant. We are pushed right up. Whether we can maybe include the fullbacks a little bit more in this sort of game, I might do that, actually. We'll overlap on both sides. We're going to try and create a few more opportunities, a few more openings, maybe get the balls across to Solomon, across to below. We're not really seeing enough of those types of opportunities. Everything right now is quite static. It feels like we need to maybe move a few players around. Of course, that means taking a risk in wide areas, especially when they're playing wingers, but football is a risk-reward game, viewers, and we're going to try and go with that. As a little bit of possession here for Crew. First time they've done anything in the game, viewers. So they've hit the other post. We're just, well, look, if we were playing 3-bar, we're all over this. Hockey fans are loving it too, because it's a classic game in hockey. Half an hour to go as Crew's goal kick is launched forward. Fleet's there. He finds Wildig, who so far has had a pretty quiet game. That towards below was quite dangerous, but well cleared, as Wyman now picks it up on the right-hand side, launching it forward towards below. And now there's Lloyd. And look, is he going to get the support of a fullback? No, he's going to go on his own accord as the ball's pulled back across. Solomon's there as well. It's all over the place. No one knows what's going on. It's been cleared out for a throw-in as no one really gets the chance. We're going to go to a more positive way of playing. Again, we get the option now to move into positive, whereas I would have been positive and then forced to go attacking to try and maybe force an opening. But no, we can go slightly more aggressive if needs be. It's a fantastic challenge there, flown in. As Maggle picks it up. Lovely pick out to Wildig on this side. And again, it's the runs of below. Solomon drops very deep there. The fans of Harry Kane are furious as below gets it, lays it back to Wootton. He's got loads of time and space. And oh, what a pass that is for below. Oh my word, he's got to score. He's got to score. Do you know what? Longe is going to come on. He's a lethal finisher. Solomon's going to come off. We're going to make that change. 20 minutes to go. I don't know if there's an option for us to change things in the centre either. I think we're just going to keep it as is. Wildig's our only option on that left side. It's a nightmare situation. Wootton picks it up here. Again, some nice possession. Agbaji plays it in towards Wootton. It's tackled well, and now there's a man over on this right hand side if they can pick him out. But again, those sorts of scenarios, if you win the ball back relatively high up the pitch, it can cause loads of problems, as they're now forward on this left hand side. Williams is being held up. We've got to try and put a foot in here. We can't let them shoot as the ball's forced back to Foster, and again working it neatly as Foster gets it again. Ball played through the centre. We're not there. We've got to stop it. We don't stop it. It's so poor defensively. We're just sort of letting it happen. There's no pressure on the first pass, and they're in. And Crew take a 1-0 lead, and we're going to have to try and do something here. Our only other option is John Smith out on the left-hand side. Have it. We'll make the change. I mean, there's a highlight here, but I think this is because I've made a change, not because there's a genuine highlight. I don't know why the Football Manager game does this. The Football Manager game. How old did I sound there? Lloyd, by the way, well, that was a lovely little run. We're going to get to see the corner as well. John Smith comes on. Now, he's a big lad, John Smith. I don't know if we'll look for him. As Lloyd, ball into the middle. Nobody there at all. Smith is going to pick it up. plays it to Maggle, and I don't know if we're going to recycle this well, or if this is just going to be the end of a highlight. Okay. Well, at least we can go attacking now. I mean, after all that, we can do it. We can try and encourage the boys. We're a goal down. We're dropping to 8th position. We're still very much in touching distance of a playoff place, but we do have little moments like this. As blimey, the time ticks away. I've paused the game for no reason other than to make it look like I'm thinking, but I'm not. It's a 1-0 defeat. I feel like I've been FM'd a little bit. I mean, that is a little painful. Really good passes completed, loads of possession, higher XG. Against most teams would win there. So I don't know. I'm not happy with the performance. Maybe. I mean, maybe we weren't clinical enough. Below our chances, just didn't take them. I always love that when I spend the first 2 minutes of an episode bigging someone up and then they let me down. It's great. It's great. As it's been said there, what a load of rubbish. Couldn't agree more. All right, Paul West is going to be out for 3 to 6 weeks. That's an awful long time. We may well see then George Heath come in. And the interesting thing about that, of course, is that we get a lone spot back. So someone like Anthony Cook now, who's got amazing passing range, could come back into the centre of that midfield, knowing that we've got options. He can't play the next game because he's on loan from Middlesbrough, I believe. So that's fantastic news. But regardless, it gives us a few more options now. That's going to conclude today's episode. It's a bit of a drab episode, actually, isn't it? When you don't win a game, viewers, it's quite sad, really. Again, we're going to play through all these games now through November, through December, and we're going to come back. If we get 1,500 likes on today's video, which is definitely doable, we'll make sure there's a video over the weekend. I know there's Euros action, but we'll do sort of like a midday upload on Saturday or Sunday. And I'll see you for it with love, with care. From until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you for supporting the brand stuff recently. This video was not sponsored, but feel free to check out my Twitter or something. I don't know. I feel like I have to promote something, Ben, for heaven's sake.